Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk to you about how one can maintain a happy life and what all one should do, or rather what I have seen people do over long periods of time. Just an observation and something I've read and something I've experienced and something I've seen. So first is maintain a positive attitude. Say good things will happen. Don't worry yourself about COVID and what is happening in Maharashtra, what is happening in, will Trump come back, will none of those things matter in your life. The macros don't matter. Like Peter Lynch says, if you spend 10 minutes on macros, you wasted 7 minutes, right? You really can't do much about macros. Don't worry about what is the rate of inflation. The only rate of inflation which should worry you is your rate of inflation, which you arrive at by writing down your expenses. If you don't do that, you just pick up some number and say, oh, inflation is 4%, or you say 8%, or you say 12%. Doesn't really matter, right? So don't worry too much about those things. Be happy, be in the present and see, and a tremendous amount of positive things are happening in the world. Concentrate on that. Don't concentrate on this. Second, don't concentrate on the negative. Second, concentrate on things which you can control. You really can't control whether BJP will form the government in Maharashtra or whether Shiv Sena will form the government in Maharashtra, nor does it matter in your life or my life. How does it matter? 2 years later, if there is no election 2 months later, there will be an election 2 years later. You will vote a bunch of politicians thinking something, another group will get together and form the government. That's what has been happening. Either have the willingness and guts and ability to jump in, or just ignore it. Doesn't matter. YouTube or social media is too much of unnecessary things. Just learn to ignore. Keep the noise out. It's very important. Then there is this saying that I keep saying, run your own race, right? Don't look at what others are doing. It doesn't really matter. Don't have this FOMO that, oh, he bought Infosys and made money. I sold Reliance and now it has gone up. Doesn't really matter. Do you have adequate money to live the rest of your life and to meet all your goals? That's all. That's the only question that your portfolio has to answer. Money is not a scorecard. Money is a commodity. You don't buy 100 tons of sugar in your house just to show off to the world that you can afford sugar, right? Just you buy 1 kilo, 2 kilos, whatever it will last for you for a month or 2 months, whatever. You buy that kind of quantity. Commodity is just like that. I mean, money is just a commodity, right? So don't use it as a scorecard. Don't worry about what others are doing. Now you call this hike your own hike, run your own marathon or whatever, right? So if you are running and you want to finish your marathon in 5 hours, so be it. Somebody else is finishing in 6, somebody is finishing in 3, and there is somebody in trying to finish it under 2, right? They're all there, but you run your own race. You will not be the world's richest man, nor will you be the world's poorest man. If you have enough money to meet your goals, don't care a fig about what others think, right? Be curious about learning new things. A lot of new things to learn. You don't say, oh, I'm already 70, I can't learn. I'm already 80, I can't learn. Stop saying those things. You can learn. There is a lot of things to learn. A 99-year-old lady wanted to learn how to use the smartphone, right? 99, I'm not joking, right? She's in Pune and she wanted to learn how to use the smartphone. So be curious, try to learn whatever you want to learn. Then there is create a balance. If you have a wheel, you want all spokes to be of the same size. So whether it is your money management, whether it is your family time, whether it is your vacation time, whether it is listening to music, reading, writing, whatever you're doing, make sure that you're spending enough time on everything. Don't ignore any one at the cost of the other, because once you lose some ability to do that, don't get into a depression. So do everything. Do socializing, go out with friends, go out with relatives, create your own friends. Don't go out with people whom you don't like. Just cut them out. It doesn't matter. You're already 60, 65, 70, whatever. It doesn't matter. Stay with people whom you like and love rather than with people with whom you must be there, right? Cut out the toxic people. That really helps. Get out of your rut, go out, meet people, get to the outside. It really helps. Go and do some exercise. Maybe join a gym, maybe join a running group, walking group, cycling group, whatever, depending on your age, whatever is appropriate. In the sense that if everybody else is 20 and you're 65, chances are they may not want you. I'm not saying you should not be doing that, but they may not want you in that group. They may go on a hike which they think is very simple, and you may be fretting and fuming and breathing hard because you're unable to climb. So do make sure that you're in a group where you are as good as the last person at least, or you're somewhere in the middle of the group. Don't delay the group because of your speed and things like that. So make sure that you're in an appropriate capability group rather than an age group. You may be 60 and as fit as a 50-year-old, so be in that group. You may be 60 but not very fitted, so be in the 70-year group, whatever. Don't let age decide which group you should be. Decide on the capability, right? Get yourself a dog. Well, this is a joke. I don't have a dog, but there are many people who have a dog who swear, saying that it is great to have a dog. It is de-stressing, playing with the dog, etc. I know people with one dog, two dogs, etc. Right? So you decide whether you want to get a dog. I'm just saying this is one way of relaxing. Some people get a dog. You don't want a dog, so be it. I would never want a dog. I'm okay with dogs, but not in my house, right? I've already said this earlier. Go and join a gym or something and do some kind of a physical exercise, especially for women. A lot of women I know who in their recently I saw 3 women in their 60s fall down and break their bones, or maybe they're just completed 70 years of age. They fall and broken their hip bone. Men, women, both in older ages are susceptible to breaking bones if they fall. So be careful. Don't fall. I'm not saying don't break a bone if you fall. Very high probability of you breaking a bone if you fall. Be very careful about that. And for that also join a gym. It doesn't matter. You're already 60, never been to a gym. Still go and join a gym. At least be on the treadmill. Because let's say if you're in Mumbai and next 3-4 months is going to be monsoon, we still run during the rains. But if you're not comfortable running during the rains, if you think it's going to slip somewhere, etc., all those crazy reasons are there. Make sure that you do at least join a gym, do some treadmill, lift some weights, increase your bone strength. That's also very important in being happy. Whenever you feel that you are pushing yourself too hard, and I find that for people who have been busy, that they feel guilty taking a break. They cannot sit idle doing nothing. They have to do something. They have to play a game. They have to watch YouTube. They can't just sit, right? So learn to do that. Learn to sit, learn to smile, learn to laugh, learn to have conversations. Decide whether you want to stay in a senior citizen home, or are you going to stay with your children? Are you going to stay next door to your children? Decide on all that. My suggestion is this. I'm assuming the man is 5 years older than the woman. So I will talk all with reference to the man's age. When the man is 70, it's a good time to move to a senior citizen home which is meant for people in the 70 to 85 group. This is a self-help group kind of a thing where you do everything on your own, except that if there is a bulb to be changed, you don't want to climb up a stool and break your bones. Right? So there is help available, there is domestic help available, things are available at the doorstep. Today everywhere, at least in Mumbai, everything is available at your doorstep in case you don't want to go out. But when you go to a senior citizen home and you decide to eat there, you don't even have to plan what vegetable to buy, what to do, what to cut. You can eat out. You want to still cook, so be it. I would still want a small kitchenette in my old age home, right? So 70 to 85 you live in a senior citizen home. 85 onwards you live in geriatric care. Sorry, I digress, but I'm saying these are all the things which when you think and plan, you can do much better than when you don't plan and it is just forced on you. Build meaningful relationships. If you're 50, it's a good time to start building a relationship of people with whom you want to retire. So these could be classmates, first cousins, 10 years older than you, 15 years older than you, so that you know where they are going. If you have if you are a cousin who is 10 years older than you and who is going to stay in Pune, you could stay in Pune. If he's going to stay in Coimbatore, you could be in Coimbatore. Coimbatore. I'm just giving you names. It could be Jaipur, it could be Trichy, it could be Mumbai, whatever. But build your own retirement community with whom you will stay. So like I said, somebody 10-15 years older than you, somebody 10-15 years younger than you, start making your plans. Don't buy when you're 69 or 70. Don't buy at 50 to live at 70. Don't buy even at 60 to live at 70. Things could change, things could get better, newer places could come. Don't be stuck, don't buy. There is no hurry to buy, right? Enjoy the present, understand that the only thing constant is change. This is something very simple, but things do change, right? And be positive. Like for example, during COVID, the COVID time that I launched this channel, otherwise I was just maintaining my blog, and now I've stopped writing, I'm just only shooting, right? So these things will happen. I do think a lot more good things are going to happen in life. Learn to spend. Don't leave too much for your kids. You don't know what they will do with your heritage, right? So spend your money, have a nice time. Challenge yourself to doing new things. Can you stand up and tie your shoelace, right? Check out how good you are in balance. Can you work with just one light on at any point in time, wherever you are, whether it's a bedroom, bathroom, etc., which means you should switch off all other lights and fans. Challenge yourself to do some things like that. Cook a meal, cut vegetables, something like that, and have fun doing this, because when you're curious and you're learning, you don't think that you are dead and useless to society, because finding a purpose in life is very useful and very important. Do it. Thank you.